Okay, what do we got here? Well, we know those. We know those. Anything else? Ooh, portable. Let's go. Maybe a divine artifact. Well, we got the classics. So Horizon Focus is a pretty weird one. Because I don't think there's a lot of uses for it. Like, obviously there's gonna be like Nunu and stuff, but I feel like Horizon Focus is gonna be a hard artifact to use in this set. There's not that much CC. The chance to get gold from Twisted Fate is actually better than 1 out of 9, because Twisted Fate is a Fate Weaver. And the way the Fate Weaver trade works is that I think right now I could literally just put Caitlyn in instead of the second Twisted Fate to activate the trade. The way Fate Weaver works is that you get to roll twice. So he will pull 2 cards and take the higher one. So the odds are a lot better to just farm a bunch of gold. Test Anima, bro. I explained earlier why. Like, first of all, this is a recording, so I can't force Anima here. Second of all, I explained earlier, Anima during the playtest was really difficult to play because we often had trouble connecting. And that means that it was not uncommon to have an AFK in the lobby that ruined your lose streak, and then you couldn't get enough tech to do anything meaningful. So unfortunately, I don't have any decent Anima games. I can show an Anima game tomorrow that went like where I got like a 300 cash out, but yeah. I think some of my opponents actually had some okayish Anima games, and they got some of the better item cash outs. But I didn't get very lucky with Anima in the playtest. Last set, everything had CC. Yeah, like this set is pretty low on CC, I would say. Like, I never felt like I needed Edge of Night or QSS in this set, at least as a first impression. Garen, Lux, and Kog'Maw are not in this set, no. I mean, we finally get Master Yi again. That guy hasn't shown up since, when was the last Master Yi? Was it set 2? No, I think there was one in set 3. I think Yi was in set 2 and 3, but I don't know if he actually joined after. Cho'Gath has infinite HP stacking in his kit. So this is Arbiter, ignore the visual bug. Combat start for each Arbiter star level when an Arbiter attacks 3 times. When an enemy dies, they gain 7 ability power. And so you can freely change the cause and the effect here. So your initial choice doesn't actually matter. You can still sort of like check the different causes and effects to take one that you like. So don't be afraid to investigate. Why do they have a hard time adding? Sometimes it has to do with skin lines. We don't have that many Runeterra sets, so some units are just straight up held back by having crappy skin lines. I don't remember seeing Yunara in this set, so no, I don't think we have one. With which god did I play mostly? I don't know. Don't remember.
Rejoice at your redemption.
I like the fact that it said Zoraka, it showed Evelyn, but it was actually Kale. Is it once after 3 attacks or per 3 attacks? That's a good question. Well, I feel like it should be every 3 attacks, but I'd have to double check. It would feel kind of pointless to make something after 3 attacks you gain 7 HP. That's like 7 HP is like nothing, right? I feel like every 3 attacks should proc the effect. Yeah, I think it's every 3 attacks. Otherwise, it wouldn't really make any sense. So here we get to see Ras Misfortune reroll. Ras is actually a really nice filler tank. He's kind of like the Leona of the set. So the way his ability works is that he will just like spin and heal for a bunch, and then he knocks up people in a line. He actually has synergy with... Technically, he would have synergy with Samira because of the knockup. So in theory, you could do Samira Ras reroll as well. He also has a unique passive called Redeemer. And it kind of works a little bit like a Bronze for Life type thing, where you get a defensive buff for every non-unique trait you have on your board. So currently I only have Arbiter and Challenger, so it's not going to be a lot, but it's good for like Bronze for Life type comps. Did you go right? Headquarters? No, God, no. Who will be my favorite god? Well, Thresh is fun because of the randomized outcomes, but I think Echo currently is the one. Echo can give you Spatula and Artifact, so I likely lean towards Echo a lot. But yeah, so this is the Channeler Misfortune. The way she works is she gets like a bullet time, right? So it's a bullet time that hits 2 units specifically.
Even gravity can't slow me down.
But the from what I've seen, the Replicator Misfortune looked the strongest, and the Challenger Misfortune looked the weakest. But I mean, that can change, right? Like that's just gonna be a meta question. Wait, so here I think I'm in the middle of the pack, right? So I should probably get a Reforger, but no component anvil. Yeah, I get 1 Reforger here because I'm like in the middle of the pack in terms of HP. So this is kind of how the comeback mechanic is supposed to work. Yeah, so Mordekaiser is a Vanguard and a Challenger, which is why I'm currently playing him. Although adding a Darkstar from this position, I mean, you can try like Karma for Voyager, because Voyager is like also like a team-wide type trait. This is a recording from a playtest at the moment. Illusion. I mean, itemization will feel a bit different in the set for sure. The randomized components plus the comeback mechanic in the PvE rounds. The early mid-game can feel quite different. What's the name of this game? Teamfight Tactics. Anvils don't consume your pool. Oh, you mean like that? Oh, that's actually a good question. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. How does Riven work again? If her AD stat is higher than her AP stat, all of her damage deals physical, and if her AP stat is higher, all of her damage is magical. The actual ability doesn't change. The ability is like hop damage, and then hop with wave damage. So the thing is, like, the way Riven kind of works is like she is like either she deals 100% physical or she deals 100% magic damage. There is no in between. Would an emblem anvil to be too broken? I mean, we had the Tome of Traits, which was technically an anvil tome, anvil for emblems, and they decided to remove that one. And Riot is not known for adding stuff back that they've removed. Technically, you could be 7th, get 2 gloves from the anvils, and you would still have 2 gloves left in your pool. Yeah, that's, I mean, that's a good question for board, I would say, on Twitter maybe. You might answer it. I like, this is such a specific question that I don't know the answer for that. I'm gonna miss set 16, the best set for tryhard. It was definitely a very competitive set. But to be fair, like, the initial patches for 16 weren't that great, if we're honest. Like, you might argue that the final state of 16 is very positive for the competitive side, but it took a long time to get there. The first 2 or 3 months of 16 were very messy. I have not forgotten the T-Hex spamming. And the complete lack of hero augments and reroll comps. Arbiter is kind of like an admin type trait from set 8. It's like a build your own trait type thing. Okay, so this is Kale or Evelyn. Evelyn always has like a negative aspect to the choice where you like lose HP or you can't buy champions for 2 rounds. Kale is just pure items. Kale is just get an item and get another item. All roads lead to Fast 9 patch, yeah. This set will definitely be Fast 9 as well, pretty sure. It's like, it's the playstyle Riot wants to enforce. Riot doesn't want TFT to devolve into tier 1, tier 2 reroll. They want the lobbies to be won by a tier 4, tier 5 slop. The first time I heard about Arbiter, I heard Avatar, and I was excited for combining the types of bending. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, but I mean, hey, you get the Yasuo, the Yasuo god can give you different elemental hexes that allow, and you can position them wherever you want. So, yeah, you have some elemental bending there. I really like Vast though. I think tier 3 reroll will very likely be viable. Like Rast as your 3-star 3-cost in the front, and then either Samira or Misfortune in the back, or maybe even Kai'Sa in the back. I think tier 3 reroll is fine in this set, as far as I can tell. There's a lot of useful units that are easy to fit together, so yeah. Don't think you need to worry about tier 3 reroll at least. It felt very viable. News on PvE mode? Nah, there's nothing this year. I think the earliest we're gonna see a PvE mode in TFT again is next year. Because we know the roadmap, right? We know there's gonna be a Pengu party coming in the summer. And that's it, right? Outside of like set revivals and Pengu party, I don't think we should expect a lot. So here's the thing about like people who are skeptical about set 17. The spring set is the shortest set. So normal, like just to compare 16 and 17, okay? 16 has 8 patches, 17 has 7 patches. Okay, so that's already minus 2 weeks. But the patches in 16 are actually longer because there's like the Christmas patch that is like almost 4 weeks or something like this, right? So if you really compare it, then 17, the spring set is always the shortest set in the year. It's like spring set is the shortest, then the summer set is like in the middle, and the winter set is always the longest. Like the sets are not created equally in terms of like running length. And so even if you end up like, even if like, set 17 is like the worst thing ever, it will be over the shortest. Speaking of spring sets, what origins would you want added to the anniversary mode? Ugh, honestly, I don't even care. I don't care anymore. I mean, the last Penguins party was such a... Ugh. I was so disappointed of the last Penguins party. It kind of killed my mood to play it. Because I expected them to do like a lot of new things, and it was like 99% like reprint from the initial Penguins party, and I was like, well, that's kind of lame. Will the set be a menace for mobile players again? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think it's actually fairly mobile friendly. The thing about the Arbiter is the interface for Arbiter is pretty big, and you only have to make the decision once. And that's it, right? Like, I mean, yeah. I don't think... Yeah, I don't think it's... I don't think there's like any Bilgewater type shenanigans on this set that would make it more difficult for mobile. I think it's a mobile friendly set. When do you think TFT stop making new sets for a while and bring multiple old sets back? Probably never. It's a surefire way to kill off the game. Misfits. Your team gains 65 health for each active unique trait. So there is actually a crazy amount of unique traits in this set. You can easily have like 10 unique traits, I think. I mean, well, not 10, but like 9 unique traits is definitely possible. Right now, I don't actually have that many. I have Gun Goddess from Misfortune and Redeemer from Rast. There's obviously a lot in the legendary department, but... And Tamkench is technically Arcana, so he would count as a unique trait here as well. I mean, let's be real. Golden Spatula does a lot better job with revival content. Like, Golden Spatula just doesn't care. They're like, oh, you know what? We're just gonna add, like, some new champions that weren't in the set. Just because we can. Honestly, I would love to stream Golden Spatula, but I think it's still very limited. So it's a little bit difficult. Like, I mean, I could play it with a VPN or whatever, but, like, then adding streaming on top of that is kind of, yeah, it's not that great of an experience. But I kind of hope that they make Golden Spatula available. I would love to stream it from time to time just to showcase the differences. Neono, thanks for the sub. Thank you, thank you. The crop testing is just, it's a developer thing. You can literally just ignore it. It's a leftover from a developer thing. Just always keep in mind, like, playtest, this is like a work in progress. These types of things are not gonna pop up when you play the game on PBE. Yeah, there's actually Pocket Recomp is back. This is gonna be really painful, but so the Thresh God can give you Pocket Recomp in 2-4 or like 2-5, whatever. So it is technically possible to have, like, you know, like a 3-star-T2 unit. Then use Pocket Recomp and then get Recomp in 3-2. So, yay! I can't wait to chase that again. So, there's definitely gonna be a chase for a 3-star T4 unit in 3-2 with the Pocket Recomp into Recomp. The new stuff in Talkers, I mean, Talkers wasn't enabled for us, so I can't tell you that. If you could compare 17 to 16 and 13, which one feels better? I mean, I can only compare the playtest to each other, because, like, comparing a playtest to, like, 4 months of gameplay is kind of, yeah. I did enjoy the playtest. Like, the only thing I can tell you is I had fun in the playtest. That's the only thing I can tell you. What is Pocket Recomp? It's a consumable you can use on a unit that upgrades a tier 1 or tier 2 unit into a higher tier. So if you have a 3-star tier 1 unit and you use Pocket Recomp, you get a random 3-star tier 2 unit. Was 15 playtest fun? I mean, again, me as a content creator, I actually really liked 15. I know that the competitive scene and a lot of the streamers hated 15, but you always have to remember I approach the game from a very different angle. And if I don't care that much about balance and competitive, then, you know, stuff like the power snacks are actually quite fun for me because they allow for a lot of different tubers. So I actually had no problem with 15. I was actually a little bit sad that 15 got this horrible reputation because I thought that the designers did a pretty good job. Like it was in like here's the thing about 15, right? If I remember this right, 15 had insanely good legendaries. Wait, let me see this TFT set 15. Wait, what was the 15 legendaries? I'm trying to remember. It was Braum, Zyra, Yone, Twisted Fate, Gwen, Seraphine, Varus, Lee. I mean, I know, actually, no, I think I meant 14. Never mind. Yeah, 14 was the one with the good legendaries. Yeah, right. 14 was the one that had insanely good legendaries. I mean, I still liked some of the 15 legendaries. Varus and Twisted Fate and stuff were fun. What was the worst content set? 10 was hard for content. Like, the original set 10 release was really difficult to make content because it was literally just play meta or die. The artifacts were non-existent in 10. It was just chosen as a set mechanic. Like, it had a lot of flavor to it, right? Like, but content-wise, unless you go hardstyle only, 10 was brutal to play as a content creator. Especially coming from set 9. Because set 9 had some crazy stuff. Visual clarity in the set is alright. It has a space theme, which means some of the units can be a little bit harder to differentiate from each other. Effect-wise, I thought it was okay. I think it was usually... The thing is, like, we don't have these Swain-type abilities anymore, so... I would say it was easier to follow what was happening in the fights compared to a lot of other sets. Yeah, I mean, set 10 Revival was insane. I loved the set 10 Revival. It was probably my favorite Revival we've had. So this is LeBlanc, but I think the LeBlanc itemization is wrong, right? Because I think LeBlanc is attack speed, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is a tier 3 reroll we're seeing right now. With Ilaoi 3, MF 3. I guess I ended up not getting Rast 3, so... No, did I get Rast? Wait. Didn't pay that. No, I have Rast 3, never mind. So I have like Rast 3, Ilaoi 3, and Misfortune 3. Technically, the way you could play it is like you do either Ilaoi or Rast, and just make that one your main tank. You can cap this out. Like, if you want to do the channeler version, you can do, like, Mordekaiser plus Blitzcrank in late game to cap out. But the thing is, like, you could also just go Replicator and do, like, you know, Pantheon or something like that. That also works. Did I forget I had dupes? No, I'm saving them up for the next game. Yeah, so I did realize this later in the game. I was like, oh right, I took that thing that gives me dupes. So yes, I did forget about my dupes. So I may have spent a little bit more money than I had to. 20k damage from Misfortune. He's tier 2 reroll here. Milio, Pantheon, and Gragas. They are all tier 2 units. Can Meeple duplicate PvE monsters with clone bench? You mean like the Elder Dragon? Honestly, it should, yes. It actually should work in concept. I'll make a note of it. This is something worth testing for the future. Okay. Can you duplicate Elder Dragon with 7 Meeple? Considering it should work for stuff like item anvils and golden eggs, I'd be very surprised if Elder Dragon didn't work. Why did it make Ras the tank? Because they wanted a filler tier 3 tank you can play. I mean, I like Ras. He's a great tank. Like, Ras felt very satisfying to play. Nice. Like, the guy is still alive for some reason. Now, Elder Dragon won't be considered a zero cost unit. They'll probably have Elder Dragon be considered. Like, I mean, for Meeple, you probably need 5 or 7 stacks to copy Elder. That would make the most sense. But I'll test it and get back to you. I will make a video about everything that's possible with Meeple anyway. That's on my to-do list. I mean, the thing is, like, I'm gonna have to test if you can copy the golden egg anyway. No, this was not played at Riot headquarters. I think it would be too expensive to just fly people in. Like, considering how many people are doing the playtest. Sometimes Riot does something where they, for the show match, they can fly people in. And then they broadcast the show match on the world's broadcast. But this was not the case this time. But if I remember right, the show match for set 16 was done offline. I do remember seeing like cams from Froden and stuff like this playing the new set. So yeah, the Misfortune is definitely working out nicely. I ended up going for Vanguard by... So I did like Arbiter with Leona and LeBlanc, Channeler with Misfortune and Mordekaiser, and then I did 4 Vanguards here. Yeah, you don't really have to play like this, but I don't know, I was just testing some stuff. Obviously, there's a lot of different ways to optimize T3 reroll, but it definitely feels viable. Like Misfortune as a unit, it doesn't even have to be Challenger, right? Channeler. You can definitely do Replicator Misfortune. That should 100% work as well. I mean, like, if I add Sona, I get another unique trait, and I get Shepherd. So, I want to go 9 and add Sona here. I think that was one of the reasons why I did the LeBlanc here, because LeBlanc is Shepherd and Ilau is Shepherd. There's another way to get the trait in. I don't think you're supposed to be mixing Misfits with Ras, though. I think they're kind of like... the Misfits trait one's like kind of the opposite. So, but yeah. I mean, I see a new augment, I kind of want to just click it. Oh, it's 2. The thing is, like, it's what's kind of awkward about the tier 5 side here is Morgana and Blitz, they fulfill kind of similar roles as like these AP tank type frontliners. Whereas Vex is like an AP attack speed. Like Vex is supposed to be an alternative to LeBlanc. Whereas like AP attack speed. Jewel, like something like Jewel, Nash or Ginzo probably is gonna be the item build. So one of the reasons why you don't want Blitz as your main tank is he has an aggro drop where he regens HP once he drops. It's almost like he has a Radiant Eon or something like that in his kit. And so that makes it horrible as your main tank because he's gonna drop aggro and then your carries are gonna die. So yeah, Blitzcrank is definitely more in the... Like, he's a magic fighter, not a magic tank. 325 HP from the Misfits trait. Augment, I mean. Is finding 2-star legendaries easy now with 60 champions? I mean, we had... Guys, this is set 17. The unlock mechanic only existed for one set. I mean, it's just gonna be the same way like it used to be. Pink LeBlanc is like, she's a tier 4 unit. She's like an AP attack speed caster. She has like Arbiter, Shepherd. I don't know if she has a third trait. I don't remember. Okay, and here I'm kind of getting outscaled. So the guy has a Jin2, who's one of the better legendaries. Oh, this is Graves, by the way. So Graves, he constantly gets upgrades. Okay, this is Sona. I think here we can see the Shepherd for the first time. This is the first summon you get from 3 Shepherd. Yeah, he has like a Gen 2 with like crazy good items. I mean, his entire board is just sort of like outvaluing mine. So he has an Elder Dragon. He has Blitz 2, Nunu 2, Morgana 2, Jin 2, Zaya 2. Yeah, that guy is really strong. You can see here his Elder Dragon is only 1 star, so I don't actually think his Elder Dragon is doing all that much. Actually, no, never mind. He's leading the damage charts. Never mind. Never mind, this itemless Elder Dragon just led the damage charts. I'll take everything back. Elder Dragon is broken. Please nerf.
Righteous will burn.
Have you had the chance to try the Z augment during the playtest? Yeah, it was difficult to make it work though. And it was difficult to find Z 2-star as well. I mean, here's the thing about Elder Dragon though, like, if you can reduce the amount of splash damage, you can reduce the amount of base AD, and you can just reach this point where he's like not broken anymore. It's just a numbers game, right? I mean, Mort said this himself, like there's a difference between, like some units, there's always gonna be a number where some of these units will be balanced. Also, I think if your opponent has Elder Dragon, you might want to spread out a bit to minimize the splash, damage. Yeah, I'm actually getting wrecked a little bit though by the Elder Zaya Jin combo. His board is way better than mine, so. Oh, I think here I try to go for Vex 3, right? Because I'm out of time. But I'm level 9 with no dupe, so good luck. I just realized my comp is not strong enough to beat him. But yeah. No Vex inside. I mean, you need level 10 for this type of play. Would have been cool if I could have like lived 1 round longer, go 10 and then sell, but yeah. It is what it is. I still like his comp though, so I don't mind losing here. It's perfectly fine that I get outvalued. Okay, and that was that game. GG.